predecessors to build this beautiful capital. And they built it so people could come to Topeka to voice their opinions, to voice their concerns, and make sure that democracy reigns all over our state. And thank you for coming from every corner of the state to be here today to stand up for the Kansas workers. You know, if you haven't noticed, Wisconsin weather has arrived. Well, I got news for you, too. It's worse than that. Not only have they sent their weather here, they sent their politics. And it's interesting why it's arrived here. You know who the largest contributor was to Governor Scott Walker's campaign? Koch brothers. Do you know who the largest contributor to the Kansas Republican Party is? The Koch brothers. Do you know who the largest contributor to Governor Sam Brownback's campaign is? You guessed it, the Koch brothers. The right-wing extremists that have come to this Capitol have opened up a full frontal assault on the Kansas worker. If you don't know about House Bill 2130, you need to learn about it, because they are after your constitutional rights. And I got bad news. House Bill 2130 passed the Kansas House this week, and it's on its way to the Kansas Senate. This so-called Paycheck Protection Act is nothing but a political protection act for right-wing extremists. They don't want your voice to be heard. They want to silence you. They will talk a good game about free speech and constitutional rights, but only for the people who happen to agree with them. And then the Republicans, after this bill passes, go out and they call you a bunch of union thugs. Shame on them. I'm a member of the American Federation for Teachers and the Kansas Organization of State Employees. My friends, we have got to organize. We have got to make sure our voice is heard in every corner of the state, and we have got to make sure that the legislators who serve in this building understand that we will not tolerate our constitutional rights being taken away. We will not let you exclude us from the political process. Let's fight together. Let's let our voices be heard in the Kansas Senate. And I'm going to introduce right now the man who is going to lead the charge to defeat House Bill 2130, one of the greatest friends of working people in this state, Senator Anthony Hensley, the Senate Democratic leader.
Before Senator Hensley says something, brings up a message, I just found out something that our brothers and sisters of the Tea Party are out on the outside. There's 3 of them. I just want you to know that we are the mainstream, and that's the extreme.
You don't look like fun. You look like working class people. You look like taxpayers. You look like Kansans. And I got a message from the Speaker of the House. We will not be silenced. With each passing day, the destructive nature of the anti-labor union busting, pro-Koch brothers right-wing agenda throughout this country is becoming very clear. It is despicable that a Tea Party governor and his allies in Wisconsin are attempting to take away the basic rights that generations upon generations of workers have fought and died for. As the assault on the middle class spreads from Wisconsin to Kansas, we must stand with those who are fighting back. We must stand for the rights of workers to organize and collectively bargain and fight against those who would ban those rights. I stand at the very spot where 75 years ago, on the 75th anniversary of our statehood, Governor Alf Landon accepted the Republican Party's nomination for president. In fact, at my feet is a plaque commemorating that event. This is what Governor Landon said that day. The right of labor to organize means to me the right of employees to join any type of union they prefer, whether it covers their plant, their craft, or their industry. It means that in a union contract, an employee has an equal right to join a union or to refuse to join a union. Under all circumstances, so states the Republican platform, employees are free from interference from any source, which means, as I read it, entire freedom from coercion or intimidation by the employer, any fellow employee, or any other person. And when he said any other person, he was speaking about the Speaker of the House. My! How the Republican Party has forgotten the words of Alf Landon. We stand for good jobs that guarantee health insurance and retirement benefits and fight against those who have never been committed to those kinds of jobs. We stand for improving the quality of our children's education and treating teachers like the professionals they are. And we will fight against those who don't give a damn about public education and have a disdain for public school teachers. We must stand for all public employees. And when I refer to public employees, I pause to recognize the highway patrol troopers who are here today. And my message to them is, we appreciate you being here, but you don't have to worry. This is a peaceful group, not a bunch of thugs. We will fight against Sam Brownback and his extremist followers who believe public employees are only a drain on the state's budget. And we must stand for the rights of the working men and women of Kansas to have their voices heard in our political process and fight against the Speaker of the House and those who would trample on those rights with the passage of House Bill 2130. And I can promise you that I and my colleagues in the Kansas Senate will do everything we can to defeat House Bill 2130. We stand today with the workers in Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin, and across this country who are struggling to survive against all odds. We must believe, as Abraham Lincoln believed and said, if any man tells you he loves America, yet hates labor, he is a liar. If any man tells you he trusts America, yet fears labor, he is a fool. All that harms labor is treason to America. Today, I stand with you as neither a liar nor a fool. because I love and I trust labor. Let's hear you dancing!
Well, we've got one last song together.